Hello, today we're bringing you a video of a setup for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series at Auto Club Speedway. This setup will run a 39.409 is what I ran in the qualifying session I did here. It can run a little bit faster. If you perfect the lap, it also runs a lot faster with a draft. So right here, it's just going to go through all the settings I use to race. With this setup, it actually makes a very competitive race with the AI. You have to be perfect in order to win, pretty much, which is a good thing because it's challenging. I based this setup off another one, I think Red 4424. His setup, it's a lot different from that. I edited it off that, but that was the base setup I used. He ran like a 39 flat with that setup. I couldn't get anywhere close to that number, like 39.5, 39.6. So I'm not sure if I'm just that worse of a driver or if the game has changed and has been updated and patched since then, because I couldn't do anything to replicate even close to the times that he was posting. So this setup is going to be 4/10 off of that setup, but like I said, I'm not sure if you can run it since that setup was posted way back in September. There's been multiple updates to the game, and I'm not sure if any of those updates were car related, and if they were, it would make sense. So we'll go through the setup here. I'm trying to make it a longer view on the setup screen because I noticed that that was the one thing that I disliked about other setups. So 7, 8, 9, 10 across the shocks, pretty simple. 54.2 left weight, 50.5 front weight, wedge at 49, ride height is at 4. 1,000 on the left front spring, right front spring 1,200, 500 pounds across the back. 19 and 50 on the left and right side tires. 2.2 on both cambers, 1.775 on the sway bar. Track bar 13, right track bar at 12.75. And as we're going to go off screen here, you can read the rest. So I find for this track, the best way to drive it is down the front stretch. I usually go all the way down to the bottom to save a couple tenths. Or maybe hundreds. It's not worth that much, but it's worth a little bit. Slide up to the top of turn 1. Let off just a tad. At this track, I find I use a lot of steering input with my wheel. I'm at about 90 degrees for 1 or 2 seconds throughout the turn to get the car to rotate. You can see we'll start up with the backstretch here. I just let off a little bit right about now for about 1.5 seconds. Crank the wheel. This setup never really gets that loose, so you should be able to crank it deep into runs, and I find that's just what you need to do to get the car to rotate perfectly. So you see I slid down, come up, let off right about there, just pick up it a bit, and crank that wheel. Tire wear here is almost non-existent. It's one of the least tire wear tracks that I found. Not very abrasive on the tires. After a full fuel run, I still had like 40 to 45% on the right side tires, I believe. Maybe it was 30, I'm not sure. But yeah, the surface is not conducive to wear, so you can be pretty aggressive with your drive. So here, you see I ran a 39.4. It's still not good enough to get the pole against the AI. It's pretty hard to get the pole anywhere against the AI, to be honest. They run way faster than they do in the race. But with this setup, you should be competitive, both here and online. So with that, I'll leave you to go try this setup for yourself. Have a good one.